You might say, right, why do I grow from seed and not the sets, the little bulbs? Well, the main reason is that, for one, I've been doing it for 10 years. I've trialled and errored all different types of onions over the years, heat treated sets, all sorts. I just prefer growing them from seed in a little seed tray. I'll show you the seed tray in a minute, show you the process in a minute, and then growing them on. Hi, welcome back to my new video. Today I'm just going to show you the update on the whole of the garden, and I'm going to give you some tips on the onions and how to grow them and how I've successfully grown them over many years. Well, I've been doing this for over 10 years now, believe it or not. I couldn't believe when I saw my videos coming up on my pictures coming up on Facebook said 10 years, you know. Oh God. But I'll turn the camera around and I'll just show you what's going on. Yeah, this is my sweet corn. The funniest sweet corn you'll ever see. It's grown to 2 foot and it's got a red stalk and there's a little sweet corn growing. I mean, I honestly, look at them kernels. They're bright red. I really can't understand what is going wrong with these sweet corns. I mean, they're going to do nice feed for the chickens, I guess, but nothing for me to eat. Brassicas are doing, the cabbages are doing nice. They're pointy cabbages, so they're pointing all in nice now. Look, pumpkins. Look at these pumpkins. Look, they've done nothing, and that was because of the attack. I've mowed all my strawberries down so that they're all sort of dying, and as you can see they are shooting up some nice new shoots, so that'll give them a nice lease of life. And this is the onion bed, and believe it or not, I did weed this bed. I've keep weeding this bed, it's driving me mad, but these are not coming out too bad. I mean, that onion's about an inch, you know. Look, something's pulled that one out, look. And look, they've picked it, the bloody birds have picked at that one there, look. But what my tips on the onions are, these were sown about February time by seed. I like to do them by seed. Just noticed the caterpillar there. We don't want caterpillars. What I'll do them by seed is because I don't like the bolting. Once they bolt and they go to a seed head, and that's when like a stalk comes out like this and it's big and fat and strong, like it's not floppy like this, it's bloody rock hard solid. That's either changes in the weather, and because the onions are biennials, so they grow 1 year. And if I left these, all of these, for another year, they would go to seed, because it's their natural instinct to carry on the cycle. And what I do, as you can see, I've chopped these off, and what that does, that enables more growth to come. See, every time you chop them off, they go a little bit scabby. They don't look like beautiful, but my onions grow massive. You know, I'll chop these off here. Chop. And then the bulb will grow bigger, because every leaf is a new fat bit of the onion. So I'll keep growing these, and hopefully by sort of end of August, we should have some nice big fat onions. The carrots are growing all right, they're only tiny. I've only done them about a month ago, probably more than that now. They do take a long time to pop up the carrots. And this is my other onion bed. I just didn't have the space, so these are the onions that have gone in. And raspberries have gone now. Blueberries are coming out, lovely blueberries. I've got to give some nitrogen to the rhubarb, because that needs it. And some nice apples. Look at them apples, beautiful. That's a Bramley apple, nice. So nice apple crumble for that. So what I do, I generally just put some Jack's Magic compost in here because it's a nice fine texture. I sow the seed and I put a nice dusting, sift dusting over the top of the onions. And then what I do, don't water it on top. That's your worst mistake. What you need is a gravel tray like these. You can see that how many I've done this year. Now these are quite old and they do last a long time. You can get these from Wilko's. They're made in the UK by Strata or something like that. They do go brittle after a while. You sometimes get the little cracks and stuff in them. Well, you know, if I get 3-4 seasons out of them, I'm happy. I think they're only £3 or £4, maybe less than that. You'd have to check Wilko's website, but they call them seed trays. Now, the seed tray, you can basically get 2 of those within there, so you can have a bunch of seeds, and then when the seeds come up, they come up to 2 inches of leaf come up. Then I wait on and keep on watering from the bottom, very important. Soak it at the bottom so that it wicks up this tray. Now the most important thing is to keep this watered and keeps them seed growing. And the other thing I do is that I keep them indoors. You don't have to do it this time of year, but you're more than likely get birds trying to peck at the new seeds, thinking it's nice green. And so I do everything indoors, and I use a light within my windowsill, so it keeps it nice and warm, and the light goes on all day, every day, until I'm ready to transplant these. And what that means is I get the seedling, I break it all up, so you've got the little stalk of the onion, and you can see a tiny little bulb on the bottom with a little white bulb. That's the little onion bulb. And then what I do, I then transplant it into 1 in each module. Yeah, and that's when I transfer it into the garden. Yeah, because they've got some true leaves and they start sending down the roots. I still put these in the wet trays, you know, in the gravel trays, because that keeps them nice and wet. It's better to have them wet than it is dry and die. So I found constantly keeping these wet grew nice big chunky stems. So I do 1 of these, and once the roots start coming out the bottom of these, then I know it's time to put them in the allotment that you see a little while ago. Yeah, and then these are absolutely excellent because you could push them through, and they're so strong. I'll put the links in the description where I got these from. They're expensive. I mean, I think you get 3 or 5 for £30 or something, but they're well worth it. They're strong as an ox and they last years, you know. So I've had these type ones, and these don't last 2 seasons. You know, you might get 2 seasons out of them, but they go so brittle and break. These have been good. I mean, I've had these for years, these ones. But these ones are gonna. They're by the guy that does. You probably all know him. Is Charles Darwin. He designed this. It's so it can go within that tray there, because this company done the trays for the big commercial sort of trays. So he designed it for a seed tray that's absolutely fantastic. These are the chickens. I don't know if you could see them. They're a little bit skittish. They're all getting up now when they've seen me, but you can see them under there. They're beautiful chickens. I've done them a dust bath, as you can see. That's got decoration on dementatious earth, sand, and some earth. That's all sifted. This water is really good. I quite like this water. For I think it's £8 actually, with all the VAT and that. That's, you know, really good, and I could just hang that onto there. They're really getting used to their coop and everything. They're really happy with their setup. I put the grit in there, and they've moved, as you can see, they've moved that around. So and they're happy essentially. So Yeah, well, I hope you like that video. If you've got any questions, please leave them below. Share it with your friends. Sharing is caring, by the way. And I'll see you soon. Love you.